You enter the world straight from your mother's body, greeted by the thick, steamy air of the Amazon rainforest. The moment you're born, your mother abandons you. For her, giving birth is no different than relieving herself. You and your siblings scatter alone in a jungle that doesn't care how new or small you are. Still, he was a decent sibling. At this stage, you're barely a couple of feet long, even kind of adorable. But the jungle doesn't see you that way. Jaguars, caimans, and large birds would gladly turn you into lunch. Thankfully, you know how to vanish. In the river's muddy waters, you slip beneath the surface, hidden and silent. It's almost fun until hunger kicks in. Then it's time to hunt. Your senses, though still young, are already sharp. You spot a small fish flicking past, a perfect first catch. You freeze, letting the current do the work, inching closer. Then, snap! Your jaws clamp down, fast and sure. It's a small meal, but it's your first. And in the wild, every bite counts. You need to grow. Quickly. Survival here means getting bigger, stronger, and sneakier. Speaking of sneaky, have you seen your skin? Perfect mix of greens and browns patterned for camouflage. Whether gliding through murky water or hiding in thick leaves, you're nearly invisible. That's your first real weapon, and it'll be crucial when you're ready to chase bigger prey. For now, you keep it simple. Most of your time is spent gliding through rivers and swamps, staying close to the safety of the water. Only your eyes and nostrils peek above the surface as you wait silently for your next meal to get too close. There, a small rodent comes to drink. It's clueless. You lie in wait, then strike, fast and deadly. You coil around it, squeeze tight, and just like that, you've got dinner. You're now stepping into your juvenile stage. You're larger, stronger, and your appetite is growing too. Tiny fish and frogs? Not enough anymore. You're eyeing bigger prizes like capybaras. That's right. The biggest rodents in the world are now on your menu. But don't get too confident. You're still not the top hunter here. Jaguars, caimans, even other snakes are all threats. You've got to stay alert and make that camouflage count. Wait, look over there. A young caiman, sunbathing on the bank. It's not huge, maybe your size. You hesitate. Is it worth the risk? Could be your first big challenge. Why not? You slide silently into the water, closing in like a shadow. Your muscles tighten, then strike. Not bad. Your first taste of real success as a predator. But don't let it go to your head. Not every hunt ends in victory. There are misses too, like that capybara you tried to catch, only to be dragged halfway across the river before it escaped. Embarrassing? Maybe. But hey, no one saw it. Good news is you're still growing. With every successful hunt, you get stronger, faster, and smarter. The jungle doesn't feel as overwhelming anymore. You're moving up the ranks. Time passes, and you get more comfortable. You've become an expert at staying hidden, sometimes waiting hours, even days, for the perfect moment. Then one day, a group of capybaras wanders nearby. You sink slowly into the water, eyes just above the surface. Muscles tense. But wait, who's this intruder? Maybe it's best to back off for now. You continue sharpening your skills. Your skin blends perfectly with your surroundings. Your sense of smell is fine-tuned, your body all muscle and grace. You're not a juvenile anymore. You're becoming an adult. At over 15 feet and still growing, you're now a creature to be feared. No more nibbling on small snacks. Now you're going after deer, wild pigs, even other caimans who stray too close. As you grow, space becomes an issue. It's time to find your own territory, the quiet stretch of river, full of prey but free from rivals. After days of travel, crossing rivers and climbing over fallen logs, you find the perfect place, hidden, peaceful, and yours. You mark it with your scent. This is home now, and with your territory established, a new phase begins, mating. It's no longer just about staying alive. Now it's about passing on your legacy. As mating season begins, you catch the scent of a potential mate. You follow it through thick jungle and swamp until you find her, a female anaconda. She's beautiful. Your courtship begins, a slow, spiraling dance. You entwine for hours until it's done. She'll carry on your bloodline. Months later, as the female, you choose a quiet place to give birth. Not eggs, live babies. Between 20 and 40 newborns slip into the world, just like you once did. But your part is over. You leave them behind, never to return. In the wild, it's just how it is. Birth and goodbye in the same moment. Years pass. You're older now. Strong, yes, but slower. You have to think more before striking, saving energy where you can. One day, you spot a capybara at the riverbank. You haven't hunted one in a while, but something about it takes you back. With quiet patience, you strike. Success. You've still got it. But as you swallow your prize, something feels different. The hunger's still there, the instincts too. But the thrill isn't quite the same. You've changed. Then one day you lunge for a young deer, but miss. Your body just doesn't move like it used to. The deer escapes. For the first time in ages, the hunt ends in failure. failure, and it feels like more than just bad luck. It feels like a turning point. You return to the water, feeling the years in every muscle. You know this life won't last forever. Most anacondas don't go out in a blaze of glory. They just slow down until the jungle quietly takes them back. You spend more time resting now. The river is your cradle, cool, quiet, and familiar. Fish drift past, but you don't chase them. Not unless you have to. You save your strength for what matters. Days pass in a kind of stillness. Not sleep exactly, but more like patience. You listen, you smell, you wait. But the jungle never truly rests. One day, a younger male, lean, bold, enters your territory. You feel him before you see him, his scent riding the breeze. He doesn't know it's yours, or maybe he doesn't care. That's the problem with youth. It rarely respects age. You rise from the riverbank, scales glistening with mud, and move like a slow wave through the undergrowth. The challenger is coiled around a low branch, muscles tight, tongue flicking. He sees you. He freezes. For a moment, the two of you just stare, predator to predator. Then he slithers away. No fight, no need. Maybe he saw the power still in your coils. Maybe he sensed the miles behind your eyes. Either way, your claim holds, for now. But it's a reminder. Time is running its course. The river you once conquered is now home to younger hunters. Your children, perhaps. Or the children of rivals long forgotten. It doesn't matter. What matters is legacy, the silent proof you ever existed. Another wet season comes. The jungle bursts to life. Rain falls for days without stopping. The river swells, banks vanish, and your world shifts. Prey becomes plentiful, but so do dangers. A swollen log crashes past your resting spot one night, nearly dragging you into the current. You hold fast, but your strength isn't what it used to be. One morning, you rise early, if such a word means anything out here. Fog hovers just above the water, and the air is thick with silence. You glide forward slowly, muscles remembering the rhythm. You're not hunting, not really, just moving. And that's when you find her. Another anaconda, old like you. She's curled around a tree root, eyes half closed. Her skin is faded in places, scars marking the long road of survival. She sees you and doesn't move, just watches. No threat, no mating, just recognition. For a while you lie near her, not touching, just being. Two ancient shapes in the mud. You share no words, like there are none to give. But in that moment, it feels like the jungle pauses, as if it too respects the lives you've led. Eventually, you part ways. No goodbye. The dry season returns and the world shrinks. Water sources dry up. Prey becomes scarce. You travel farther now, slower, with purpose but not urgency. You follow the same paths you once explored as a hatchling. Some are familiar, others swallowed by time. Then one evening, while sunning yourself on a flat rock, you feel something shift inside. A deep ache. Not hunger, not pain, but something older. Like your body remembering what it once was. You don't move. Not for hours. Birds pass overhead. A monkey screams in the distance. But you remain still, eyes unblinking. Skin warm from the sun. And then, peace. Your body, so long a weapon, begins to loosen. Muscles soften. Breathing slows. There's no predator this time. No fight. Just the sound of water, wind, and the endless hum of the rainforest. When the night comes, you slip into the river one last time. Not to hunt, not to hide. Just to feel it. The coolness, the weightlessness. You glide beneath the surface, slow and easy. The mud embraces you like an old friend. This is where it ends. No roar, no final battle. Just a ripple disappearing into the current. But the jungle remembers. It remembers the silent coils in the water. The lightning-fast strikes. The generations born from your strength. The capybaras, the deer, the caimans, all echoes of your hunger and your power. And somewhere, not far from here, a young hatchling slips free from its mother's body. It squirms alone, surrounded by shadows and danger. Just like you once did. Maybe it carries your blood. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. It begins its own story. A new struggle. A new hunt. And the cycle continues. Because in the Amazon, nothing is ever truly gone. Only reborn.